My charming and fair-minded Libra friend, hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. On Libra, as this week opens, there's a subtle unrest beneath the surface calm. You might find yourself smiling at familiar faces, holding together what's expected of you, yet feeling a quiet ache, a sense that something essential is missing just out of sight. The balancing act you're known for feels a little more delicate these days, as if you're tending to a garden that looks lush from afar, but whose soil is hiding a stubborn dryness. There's comfort in your rituals and the bonds you cherish, but also a nearly invisible yearning, one that tugs at you in quieter moments when you're alone with your thoughts. Perhaps it's a longing for reassurance or a wish that a recent hurt could be set right. Maybe there's an unspoken hope that the warmth you give so freely will flow back to you, unasked, unexpected. Whatever the reason, the tension lies in the space between what you show and what you feel, and this week, it quietly shapes every exchange. At the heart of your experience this week sits a sense of fulfillment that feels almost fragile. The Ten of Cups offers an image of togetherness, shared happiness, and emotional completion. You recognize how much you've built, the trust you've nurtured, the moments of laughter, the silent understandings that thread through your closest connections. On the outside, it may look like harmony has settled in for good. Yet beneath this, you detect small tremors, old doubts, or the memory of past disappointments. You feel grateful, yes, but also wary of change, as if you're holding your breath and hoping nothing will disturb the peace you've found. Sometimes you wonder if you're allowed to want more, or if you should simply be content with what is. There's a heartfelt desire to keep everything in balance, to remain the calm center in the swirl of others' emotions. But this effort can leave you tired, even as it brings you pride. You might sense a reluctance to express your deeper feelings, worried that naming your own needs could upset the sense of unity you value so much. This tension isn't loud, it's gentle and persistent, like the feeling of rain in the air before it falls. It's in the way you linger after a conversation, or how you replay certain words in your mind, seeking reassurance that everything is still all right. In these moments, you carry both contentment and caution, loving what you have while quietly fearing it could slip away. It's from this place that your week's journey takes shape. The longing for lasting harmony, the gentle worry that it could be disrupted, these set the stage for the choices and pressures ahead. You move through your days with careful steps, attentive to nuance, but aware that your sensitivity can make you more attuned to shifts in mood and tone. The desire to keep everyone close, to smooth over unease, becomes both a motivation and a source of subtle strain. What you feel inside and what you show to others begin to dance together in every moment, and it's this interplay that draws you onto your path for the week. As the days unfold, the pressures become more defined. The Five of Cups surfaces as an undercurrent, a feeling that something has been lost or that not everything is as it should be. You may notice a conversation that doesn't sit right, a plan that falls through, or an absence where you hoped for connection. The sense of lack is not overwhelming, but it sits with you, sometimes making the good moments feel bittersweet. There's a push and pull between what has gone well and what still lingers in the background, unresolved. You might catch yourself focusing on what's missing or what didn't work, even as you try to stay present with what is good. The friction lies in this very act, holding space for gratitude while also feeling the sting of disappointment. Perhaps you feel pressure to move on quickly, to not dwell on what hurts, yet the feeling insists on being noticed. It's not about dramatic loss, but about small slights, quiet misunderstandings, or the simple fact that life rarely aligns perfectly with your hopes. Maybe you sense that others rely on your steadiness, and so you tuck away your own sadness so as not to weigh them down. This inner momentum, a gentle but persistent tug toward what's unresolved, colors your responses. You may hesitate before reaching out, or find yourself replaying moments in your mind, wondering if you could have done something differently. The week's events mirror this tension, offering both reminders of what's good and invitations to acknowledge what still aches. It becomes clear that the act of noticing what's missing does not make you ungrateful. It simply means you are honest about your experience. The real pressure is in finding a way to honor both the joy and the loss without letting either define you entirely. And so, your potential rests in how you meet these moments. It's not automatic. The shift depends on your willingness to turn toward what's uncomfortable, even as you cherish what's beautiful. Growth here is not about fixing or erasing hurt. Instead, it's about meeting yourself with the same generosity you offer others. The possibility of integration, of moving beyond the week's friction, only comes into focus when you allow yourself to feel both gratitude and longing, both connection and absence, without judgment. If you bring conscious attention to these threads, if you let yourself notice what you need as much as what you give, then the shape of the week's potential begins to change. When you reach for that potential, the Six of Pentacles quietly emerges. It's an invitation to balance giving and receiving, not as a transaction, but as a natural flow. You may find yourself opening to support in new ways, or discovering the relief of letting someone else carry a small piece of your burden. There's no need to prove your worthiness, or to hide your needs behind a mask of constant calm. The growth that's possible now isn't loud or showy. It's gentle, even a bit tentative at first. You may notice the chance to accept help, or to ask for understanding without fear of judgment. Or perhaps you'll recognize how your own acts of kindness can be offered from a place of fullness, rather than obligation. The invitation is to let reciprocity feel safe, to trust that giving and receiving can coexist without diminishing either. It's a delicate dance, one that asks only for a willingness to show up as you are, with your strengths and your vulnerabilities. In this space you find not just relief but a deeper sense of belonging. The possibility is real, but it arrives only when you let yourself be honest about what you need, as well as what you offer. The story of your week weaves these threads together, a foundation of connection and harmony, a brush with longing or disappointment, and a quiet opportunity for renewal through shared support. The Ten of Cups reminds you of what you've built, the warmth and closeness that anchor your days. The Five of Cups brings honesty, acknowledging that even in the midst of joy, there are moments of sorrow or unmet needs. And the Six of Pentacles invites a gentle realignment, one that honors both the gifts you give and the care you deserve to receive. There is no need to choose between gratitude and longing, or between strength and vulnerability. The path this week is about allowing these feelings to coexist, trusting that your openness is enough. In the end, you find resolution not by fixing every ache, but by letting yourself be seen, both by others and by yourself. The reassurance you seek is already present, woven into the simple act of meeting each moment with honesty and care. This week, you are not alone in your balancing act. The quiet shifts you notice are part of your growth, and you can rest in the knowledge that your presence with all its nuance is enough. Actionable insights for Libra this week. Let this week be a gentle experiment in asking for what you need, even in small ways. Try noticing where you feel most at ease and allow yourself to linger there a little longer than usual. If you feel a bit worn down, consider letting someone else help, even with something simple. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I can trust the care I offer and receive. My feelings are welcome, even when they change. There is space for both joy and longing in me. I am steady enough to meet this week as I am. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.